So, hello guys, and welcome back once again. So, basically, we are back with our 100-day JEE Advanced question series, and we are back with the day 6 of this question series. Okay, so guys, today's question is a little bit special because you will see here the name of my channel. So, basically, this question is an original question. I have framed this. Okay, I have made this question, like, not completely. I saw this idea in a Vietnam paper, and from there actually I got, like, the framing of the question is completely I have done, but the idea I took this from a Vietnam paper. Okay, so guys, this is a paragraph type question, and this is a very good question. Like, this will test whatever you have learned in your basics of calculus. Okay, not a very difficult question, it is pretty solvable. I have also included a little bit of conic here to make it complicated. So guys, if you want, you can obviously try this out. I will wait for a few seconds and then start off with the solving. Okay guys, I guess now we can start off solving this question. So first thing is, we will go with a short reading to this. So there's a function f of x mapping from all real to real such that f of x is continuous in and has its first derivative on the interval 0 to 1, and satisfies f of 0 equals to 6 minus 4 root 2 by 3, f of 1 equals to 2, and f dash x is greater than 0 for all x belonging to 0 to 1. And now the function is such that the minimum value of the integral I equal to this integral is given. It has a minimum value. Okay, I actually wrote minimum value 2 times. Okay, wait. Actually, minimum value 2 times written, it's a special question, that's why. Okay, wait, I will explain this part's meaning. The function is such that the minimum value of this integral has a minimum value. I will go to the question and then explain. Say the minimum value without the limits can be expressed as k times this, where k is a constant. And after that, these questions. So you can see that first thing is we have to find out f of x and g of x. Otherwise, proceeding is a little bit hard. Okay. So guys, I will change the page because I have no more space here. Okay guys, I just studied this question once. So before proceeding, just to do one thing. The function is such that the minimum value of the integral I equals to this part. You can cut this part out. Okay. This minimum actually came 2 times, so it is unnecessary. Anyways, we will now go on into the solving for this. Okay. So if we write down our integral I, it is equals to integral 0 to 1, and this thing is root under of 2 plus 2 root 2x minus x square and plus of f dash x whole square dx. Now there is actually one thing here, and okay, first thing is, let's simplify this a bit. So what I'm doing is I'm writing integral 0 to 1, and within this I will write this as root 2 minus x whole square plus of root x square. Like, we can write this as root under of x into 2 minus x, and this will be your 2 times of root x into 2 minus x plus in f dash x whole square and a big root over this dx. Okay, so basically this will become your integral 0 to 1 root under root 2 minus x plus root x whole square plus of f dash x whole square and dx. Now guys, this particular integral here has a minimum value, and now actually from here, if you see our question once, our question in the second subpart says that we have to find the value of f of 2. So actually we not only need the minimum value of this particular thing, this particular I integral, we also need f of x. Okay, that is, we also need the exact expression for f of x. So now this is where it actually gets difficult, but there is a way out. Basically, if we want to minimize this particular expression, there can be two methods, okay? And those two methods will give us two parts of our answer. So first thing, if we want to minimize this is in the form of root under a square plus b square. So one thing that we can do is a square plus b square. Everybody knows that this thing is greater than or equal to a plus b whole square by 2. Right? This is a very common inequality. And from here actually you can also say one thing, that a minus b whole square is greater than 0. So from here a is coming to be greater than or equal to b. So if we want to minimize this expression, why not equal these two? It is greater than equal to b, right? So borderline condition is equal to. So if we equal these two expressions, this one and this one, then only we can get our what we need, the expression for f of x, right? But before that, we also need to evaluate the minimum value of this particular integral. Okay, so for that actually what we are gonna do is, we will write a square plus b square as a plus b whole square by 2 under root, because we are trying to minimize this. So this will be actually, if we take this as I, this will be greater than or equal to integral 0 to 1. Please see this carefully, okay? This is a legendary question, and this will be your root, I guess, 2 minus x plus root x plus of f dash x, I guess, whole square. Observe the powers also, okay? Like this was two separate a square plus b square, and now it is whole square. And outside you will have 1 by root 2 also, because there was a half here that will come out of the root. So basically this will be greater than or equal to 1 by root 2 times of integral 0 to 1, and this thing will be root under 2 minus x plus root x plus of f dash x, and also dx here, I missed it. So guys, this is our final expression, and now once I will go back to the question to show you something. So if we see our question, the minimum value without the limits can be expressed as this particular form. And now k here is 1 by root 2, and this is your f. Actually this thing will be f dash x, I guess. Okay, no, we are still about to do it. Wait. Actually this k is 1 by root 2, and after we integrate you will get this form. Okay, I actually told it a step before. Anyways, let's go back. Okay, so if we integrate this particular expression from, like, see, it is said from without the limits. So we will integrate and not put the limits, because that's the condition that was mentioned in the question. So this will actually become minus 2 by 3, because 2 minus x, and this will be times 2 minus x whole power 3 by 2 plus of your 2 by 3 x power 3 by 2 plus of f of x, and this is 0 to 1, but we are not putting the limits right now. Okay, so this is our expression, and now if you see, it was given as k times of g of 2 minus x plus g of x. I will show you that. So it was k times minus 2 by 3 times g of 2 minus x plus 2 by 3 times g of x plus f of x. So if we actually go back to our result here, what we will see is that g of 2 minus x and g of x. This is g of 2 minus x, this is your g of x. And also a whole cubed was there, I guess. So basically we have in our final form of g of x, which is equal to root x. And what I am going to do is, basically we are done with the first part. Actually not done, we have the content that is required to calculate the first part, but still I will find out f of x using our borderline condition. So borderline condition was a is greater than equal to b, or rather a minus b is greater than equal to 0. So if we apply this borderline condition, then this will come something like this. It will become your, like if we write write a greater than equal to b only, then this will be root 2 minus x plus root x will be not greater than equal to, it is equal to because we are minimizing it. So the borderline condition is equal to f dash x. And now the thing we will do is we will integrate both sides, this also and this also. Okay, we will integrate both sides to get our f of x. So f of x actually comes out to be a very similar form, very similar to this part. F of x will come out to be equal to minus 2 by 3 times of 2 minus x whole power 3 by 2 plus of 2 by 3 x power 3 by 2 and a constant c, which we need to find. And now to find out our constant, enough information has been provided. So if we use that information, the information given was f of 1 is equal to 2. So guys, if you actually calculate this, I'm not going much into the calculation, then your c would actually come out to be equal to 2. So f of x becomes minus 2 by 3 times 2 minus x power 3 by 2 plus 2 by 3 times x power 3 by 2 plus 2. Okay, now guys, after this actually the framing would be like we have to find out f of 2, right? So to find out f of 2, basically what we are going to do is we will just simply put x equal to 2. Like second part of the question is almost done. Okay, so let's calculate this. So guys, I am not going into the calculation part. I hope you can do it. F of 2 will actually come out to be equal to 6 plus 4 root 2 whole divided by 3. Okay. So now I guess we can look into our questions 1 and 2 once. Let's go. So in our question 1, okay, question 1 is actually a separate question. So leaving that for a while, let's see question 2 once. If the minimum value of the integral is equal to alpha, okay, f of 2 is beta, which we have found out, but minimum value of the integral also we have to find. Okay, so basically if we come to our this part, the part where we left to find g of x, actually we have to calculate this. So if we calculate this, guys, I will quickly do the calculation and see what is coming. Okay, so guys, this was the information given to us, and I guess this is pretty simple to evaluate, like only little bit of calculation will be there, and so I am not doing the calculation part because we have a long way to go still. I hope you will do the calculation. I will write the final result. This will come out to be equal to 8 by 3. Okay. So guys, if we actually go back, this is our beta and alpha has come out to be equal to 8 by 3. So actually the value asked from us was 3 alpha plus 3 beta minus 4 root 2. So this will come out to be 3 alpha, I guess, is 8 plus 3 beta will be 6 plus 4 root 2 minus 4 root 2. So 8 plus 6. That means your final answer for the second part will be 14. This is for question number 2. Okay, the final answer for question number 14. I mean, sorry, not question number 14. Part 2, the final answer is 14. And now still we are left on with part 1. So let's calculate that. Okay guys, and before proceeding, actually a little correction which you can make, I guess. This particular part here, this is actually 2 root 6 gx. Okay, 2 root 6 multiplied by gx. So please correct that. Okay, I guess now we can solve this and correct this part. Okay, it's 2 root 6 gx. So let's go on into the solving. Okay guys, so for our question number 1, we had in, I guess, g of x, sorry, not g of x, h of x is equal to 2 root 6 times g of x. Okay. So basically we can write this as y equals to 2 root 6 times root x, or rather y square equals to 24x. So this is a parabola actually. And I guess the other curve which was given to us was xy equals to 2. Okay. And our question basically it read something like this. I would read out the question once. So our question said that if the curve h of x meets xy equals to 2 at the points A and B, then midpoints of AB lie on a parabola with the directrix equal to. Okay, so we need to find this x equal to what? So let's do that. Okay guys, so first thing is that y square is equal to 4ax. So if you see from here, our a is equal to 6. First thing. Second thing is we can take a general point on this particular parabola as 80 square comma 280, which means 6t square comma 12t. Okay. And if we actually now want to write out the equation of the tangent AB at 6t square comma 12t, this particular point, okay, let's take it as AB. It will be given by a very famous equation, I know, you all know, which is your t, the factor t. In general form I am writing, okay, it is the factor t, ty equals to x plus 80 square. This is the equation of the tangent. Okay, or wait, just a minute. Okay guys, I actually by mistake wrote out the parametric equation. It's not like that. Like this here the equation will be, I'm sorry, it will be y1 equals to 4a into half times x plus x1. Okay, because it's not a standard equation. Like it will be ty equals to x plus 60 square. Okay, it's coming out to that only. Okay guys, just leave it. I'm a little bit exhausted, so maybe I'm doing things a little wrong. Anyways, ty equals to x plus 6t square. So x minus ty plus 6t squared is equal to 0. Also, if we want to find out the equation of chord AB, this was tangent AB, okay, t equal to 0. Now if we want to find out the equation of chord AB, using our m h comma k, which is the basic midpoint, the point that we are all talking about in this question, okay. So it is given by, you all know this equation, I hope. It is given by t equals to s1. Like if you are somebody who doesn't, like if you are in 12th right now and don't know these equations, then please do them as soon as possible, because I have told this earlier also. NTA keeps on blabbering things that we don't have tangent, we don't have normal, we don't have properties of conics, we don't have general point, we don't have anything. Okay, they will tell you a lot, but believe me, in my JEE Mains paper in 2025 we had this exact question, which had properties of parabola, properties of only properties of parabola, tangents and normals, three things included. And there if you go on differentiating and calculating a straight line, like whatever you do in your calculus, then your exam is done. Okay, like only, I would say only maths part you would solve maybe, and chemistry, rest of it would be left over if you solve chemistry at the last. So just don't take any risks, okay? It's just a bit of remembering that you have to do that, because if you are doing so much, why ruin your exam for just a whisker amount? Okay. Anyways, guys, so t equals to s1, we will write this as xk plus yh whole divided by 2 minus 2 is equal to h, or rather kh minus 2. So this will actually become xk plus yh minus of 2hk is equal to 0. Okay, so now if you actually see this equation and this equation, they represent the same straight line. So if they represent the same straight line, I guess we can compare their coefficients, right? So k by 1 is equal to h by minus t is equal to minus 2hk by 6t square. So from this comparison, actually what you will get is k square is equal to minus 3h, or rather locus of m is equal to, not equal to, it is y square equals to minus 3x. So guys, from here, if you want to write out the equation of the directrix, it is pretty easy because a is equal to 3 by 4. So directrix equation for this particular parabola, the locus of the midpoint, would be your x equal to 3 by 4. So the first part's answer would be 0.75. Okay, yes, this is the first part's answer. So guys, that's the end for this particular question. Okay guys, one more small correction. This is not midpoint, this is midpoint. Okay, like there is a lot of typing error, but don't worry, I will put the question in a proper way in the thumbnail maybe. Okay, don't worry about that. So anyways guys, this is the end of today's video, and this was my first time in trying out something new. Like I framed this question myself. So I have, like I told, give you an idea of this in my previous videos that I would bring something like this. So guys, if you liked the idea, then please do comment, bring more questions or something like that, like my questions. Then I would consider working on this more. Otherwise, maybe we can go on with what we are going. Okay. So guys, that's the end for this video. If you have liked my content, do like, share and subscribe. Anything, anything you want to say, just come out in the comment section. And that's it for today. Thanks for watching.